Hello everybody, BrioS here, and in my previous video, I explored the wonders of the quad AC10 plasma cannon combination on the Dreadnought, which showcases a really strong build. And of course, I was wondering what other clan mechs can mount that wonderful combination of quad AC10s and plasma cannons. Some of the most famous builds include the Kodiak 3 with the high mounted torso ballistics, but another build that is gaining popularity is this. This is the 95-ton clan battle mech, the Bull Shark. In specific, this is the hero variant, the Mako, and yeah, it's brutal, honestly. There are some variations of what I'm going to share with you, but generally this is one of the most common builds on the Mako because it's really strong. And before I go into the build, which is basically quad AC10s and plasma cannons, let me talk about the defensive flaws of the Mako. So the Mako is a bull shark, and one thing about bull sharks, this whole chunk in the center of mass, is basically the center torso. So if you're facing the enemy like this, most of the enemy fire will hit your center torso. And the side torsos are easily isolated, as you can see from the chunks on the high-mounted torsos here. Actually, they're missile based, but they're pretty empty right now. So enemy wishing to focus fire on your side torsos can do it pretty easily. Even if you twist, the arms don't shield the side torsos because this area above the arm is, in this case, the right torso. So in short, defensively, the enemy is able to pick out your hitboxes really easily, and that's one of the biggest flaws of the Bull Shark. But it does get lots of tonnage because it's a 95-ton clan battle mech, and it has pretty good hardpoints. So you're able to mount 4 quad AC10s and 2 plasma cannons on this particular build. The hardpoints in this case for the arms are pretty far apart, so convergence is an issue. So anyway, let's get on to the build I am using. So I'm using a rather easy to play build, quad AC10s, 2 per arm like I said earlier, and only 2 plasma cannons. It does have additional energy hardpoints and missile hardpoints, so there is some variation in the builds you will see on the battlefield, but generally this is the easiest to play. 7 tons of ammunition is sufficient for quick play for the quad AC10s, and with 13 double heatsinks and a Clan XL3 for the engine, it moves at a very decent speed of 58, and it has decent heat dissipation. I even had enough tonnage for TCOM Mark 1 that allows the weapons, all of them in fact, to travel at a higher velocity. But if you feel heat is an issue, you can remove the TCOM Mark 1 for an additional heatsink, but I like it this way. Defensively, the Mako is pretty weak as I said earlier, so if you look at the quirks here, it gets a scattering of armor quirks all around. But I would say defensively the Mako is weak, so despite the high amounts of armor on the mech, be really careful because it goes really fast. You get some other quirks which I'm not using like missile velocity, but it doesn't need any other quirks, it's strong enough with its hard points. So let's get down to the skills I am running on this. For this particular build, I'm running full cooldown because the quad AC10s don't generate much heat. Once you are approaching high heat levels, you just don't fire your plasmas and just smash the enemy with the quad AC10s. So you want the quad AC10s to fire fast. 15 nodes into range always help for additional 15%. I'll always say post-quadrant, average engagement ranges have increased, so on most builds, 15 nodes into range is really helpful. I'm getting full heat gen skills mainly because of the plasma cannons. They do generate quite a bit of heat, but they contribute quite a bit of firepower, 5.5 damage each. Velocity is always useful if you have weapons with travel time, so that allows all the weapons to fire at a bit, well, move at a faster rate. More ammunition from 2 nodes here. I'm not getting full skeletal density, but I am getting full armor. If you're wondering how do I choose this, I normally choose both. But if your mech has armor quirks, then get full armor. You don't really need full structure. Structure is used by the more skilled players to soak in heat damage. The Mako has no structure quirks, so you're not getting much benefit from these. So just 8 nodes. You still get some, but not a lot of benefit. 8 nodes only for some protection. In specific, I get 18% more armor and 26.4% more structure. And moving on to operations 3. 5 nodes of cool run for that 10% heat dissipation, always useful. Without jump jets, 3 nodes of hill climb on the assault mech, the chunky boy, allows it to navigate terrain better. For this particular build, I'm running 4 nodes of improved gyros. This reduces the screen shake from enemy fire, they call it impulse, allowing you to face the enemy and blast them without the screen shaking too much. Really useful actually. Moving on, Full seismic is useful. It's kind of like a minimap hack, allowing you to see where they are, so you can just prepare for the enemy coming in. I'm actually not getting radar deprivation, yeah, for reasons. One advanced node skill, and one consumable node for just one more consumable slot. I don't rely on consumable much for this build. And that's it, another quad AC10 plasma combination. And in fact, this is one of the strongest assault mech builds out there, so if you can afford the MC cost for the Mako, it's another mech I strongly recommend you get and play. But don't be too heroic because defensively, I would say it's pretty weak. So anyway, let's get down to the gameplay and I'll show you this particular build in action. Let's go. And for the first showcase match, welcome to Polar Highlands. And in this particular match, I am solo dropping, which I do quite a lot nowadays. And coincidentally, I am dropping in the same lands together with Eugene85, who coincidentally is also using a similar build on the Mako. His is a bit harder to play because it's slower, hotter, but it runs quad AC10s and triple plasma cannons, which is really strong in the hands of a good player. And since it's a long match, let's get started straight away with combat.
Target.
Summoner India 9.
New target.
2 summoners. One thing about Polar Highlands is basically 4 islands, 2 per side. Holding the high ground is strong as you can see. Enemy is pushing fast with fast moving big boys like the Summoner and the Wolverine on India 9. But if you look at the minimap,
Acquired.
3 assaults including me and Eugene85 are holding this spot here. So instead of running off like those in Golf 9, we decided to just hold this grid spot here. Interestingly enough, we have one friendly assault mech in India 11. We'll see how that works out for him. So this whole match I'm mentally keeping note where Eugene is. With a similar build, he's gonna position similarly to India 10 guys. Fight India 10, 2 summoners.
New target. Acquired.
And honestly, he's better than me and more experienced in this build, so I'm just gonna follow his lead. Go where he goes, shoot where he shoots. There he is. So going up and down the slope makes me a harder target and allows me to use the high mounts to peek
Acquired.
and shoot. Pop-tarts are always a problem. So I'm gonna move down a bit earlier. And yeah, this trade is not going well.
New target.
2 heavy mechs
Acquired.
blasting me.
New target. Acquired.
One mean baby with MRMs comes in. It's gonna be a problem. Quick check. My friendly assaults are in the low ground behind me.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
I want this mean baby to come out. I'll tell 9, 1 blip. So the power of seismic tells me there's one guy here. There you are. Hello. Oh, a very brave gauntlet with a very bad build. Triple light PPCs. I don't think he knows he's charging 3 assaults. I'm taking fire from everywhere. Constantly twisting my body to spread the damage. Clover low and his mean baby decides to hightail out of it. Snowscape in his dervish, taking lots of damage. But he has a lot of buddies there. Enemy has India 9 really nicely. That particular shot shows how bad the convergence is. Enemy flanking force tries to go for our rear. Quick check shows I have friendlies in the 11 side and Eugene by my side.
New target. Acquired.
So instead of running around, I'm just taking damage, twisting to spread it, holding together with Eugene and his Mako and this stone rhino in front of me.
5%. New target. Acquired.
I'm actually moving forward because we look at the minimap.
New target.
The 2
Acquired.
friendly assaults are moving up. So I'll join them. That dervish build is terrible. He's not gonna survive a duel with 2 assaults and 2 heavies. 4-0. The battle is more or less won. More or less. Crazy times 2. Goodbye.
Acquired.
Harassed by Lurms and I managed to move up and just yeet him. So many targets everywhere. People are everywhere. Daya below me, India 10. Get him, Eugene. Get him. Eugene pushes him. I try to steal the kill. No, Eugene gets him. God damn it, Eugene. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so he decides to push this guy here. Another dervish. Snow Cape in a classic MRM dervish. But he's in trouble. And I ran out of ammo this match.
New target
I ran out of ammo. I forgot to mention, Eugene's build has 7 tons of ammo. I have 6. Or rather, I had 6 in this version. I had 1 ton of ammo more, which is the build I shared. Because of this match, I realized I need 7 tons. So in this particular match, with only 6 tons of ammo, I ran out of ammo. Quick check, yeah, a few left. So when you play builds, always think, do I have enough? In this particular match, I ran out, and Eugene is still going strong. So yeah, that's why I added the 7th ton, by the way.
Target spotted.
Last few are just running around. I actually moved to the left of my team. It's 8-3. Basically 9-3 now. Now it's 9v3. So I'm just gonna plonk myself on India 9 with my pathetic 2 plasmas and just look for the enemies to come out. And with not much else to do, let's just fast forward this section because the last 3 are just gonna cap and I'm really far from them. Really low on firepower, so I'm just gonna hang around and, well, hopefully when somebody pops up in front of me and I'll blast him. So as you could see from this match, you can survive a lot of fire if you bother to twist your damage, but honestly I think the enemy was a bit too overwhelmed and they couldn't focus fire on my components. But when in doubt, always keep moving, twisting your torsos, and you can spread damage like what I did kinda in this particular match. And talking about Eugene 85's build, his is the, like I said earlier, running triple plasmas instead of the double on mine. Mine is built for ease of play because it has more heatsinks and, well, 2 plasmas isn't too hot. His is higher skill required, it's slower, hotter like I said, and in this particular match, it had 1 ton more ammunition. In fact, like I said, after this match I added the 7th ton of ammunition which you saw in my build video. But anyway, that's the last few and they are dead. So, yep, I guess it's a glorious victory, 12-4, technically a stomp. So let's take a look at the damage. 1063 damage, only 1 kill, 1 KMDD, mostly spreading damage because I was surrounded. 613 match score, but Eugene massacring them with 4 kills, 1004 and 800 plus match score. And with that, we move on to the second showcase match, which is on Viridian Borg. In this particular match, the team decided to rotate toward the Delta 4, Charlie 4 side on domination to contest the Charlie 5 corner. Not exactly my preference, but I'll just follow the team, and I was kind of curious how this would deal around the narrow choke point at Charlie 5.
Got a Marauder pushing into Delta 4, Charlie 4 corner.
So there they are, the first blip. It's a Vigo. Takes a full hit, pulls back. One Marauder 2 comes out Charlie. I'm reversing behind this cover here, hoping to pull him out.
Bane, I'm gonna be on your right. Give me some clearance.
Letting the Bane move in. As I pull a bit of range. 6-1 optimal is nice on this build. It's a mid-range build. So that 2C is around 600 meters away. Letting the Bane move in together with the Mauler. 3 assaults moving in, pretty strong. Let's see how this works around this corner.
acquired.
Problem is there are a lot of Pop-Tarts, and Pop-Tarts do really well around this corner. Gotta be really careful.
Target acquired.
And 3 assaults don't deal well with Pop-Tarts. Charlie's a bit overextended. Is he gonna come out? Just show yourself a bit. Let me touch you non-consensually, just a bit. No, he comes up but the Bane's blocking. Oh, I hit the Bane's arm. No. 1-2. We've already lost 2 somehow. This Bane's really aggressive. Gonna
Acquired.
support him. Banes are really powerful, but really fragile. Doesn't help that I shot him in the rear twice. Oh, looks. Hello, Sun Spider. Are you gonna deal with me with that build, Archer?
New target.
I think there's a Russian pre-made on the other side. Minovsky and Archer. Oh, Cataphracts takes a full Alpha and a
Need some
CT.
help in the circle, guys.
Cataphracts have a huge center torso. Vectorborn and a Hatamoto in the rear. He always drops with Kiki and Nalo. Those two always stand in the rear and farm the team.
New target acquired.
There's Minovsky in the Roughneck. A bit overextended. calling for help because hopefully you can push this corner. But with the assault in the rear, Vector, who now went down, it's gonna be a problem. Snake gets him. Snake doing snake things. Hello, Roughneck. Minovsky's in big trouble. 4-3. Gonna be a bit aggressive. I want the kill. No, but Peachy stole that kill. Come on, Peachy. Stop stealing my stuff.
Oh,
No, I hit Minovsky. Second round got him.
umbrella.
7-3. 4 up. Things are looking up. But getting really hot. At this point, just fire the quad AC10s. Try to hit. Don't be like me missing targets. 8-4, another kill. Cool shot goes out.
One Lima above us.
Slowing down a bit because I'm still rather hot. 9-4, get another kill. There's a bit of hit rate. Watch this. No hit rate there.
Behind you guys up high.
Hit rate has been a bit wonky recently. Have you guys been experiencing a hit rate problem?
Sniper hill.
Some of us
One
have.
Lima, left torso.
Not sure if it's a server thing, but only recently. Another kill. 10-6. 2 more enemies left to hunt down. Kiki Nalo gets a kill. 2 kills now. Or maybe 1. I wasn't paying
Sniper
attention.
Delta 6.
Acquired.
There he is. After a while you get the idea how people play. I often pull range.
I don't know
So
why
there's-
the guy shut down right there.
There's no criticism on him. I do that too.
Bar.
He's gonna hold the top.
Target spotted.
I'm gonna draw fire a bit so our friendly light can get him. Right torso is a bit fresh, so whenever I twist, I try to present the right torso.
Destroyed.
Oh,
Destroyed.
there's a piranha here. Yep, there it is.
Right torso.
Very fresh piranha.
Piranha
Aiba's a
down,
good
Delta
player.
5.
He deserves the kill.
Delta 6 corner.
5 kills, 988, not bad. Snake gets Kikinalo. A bit late. It's 11-9. This Shadowcat, very cod. 1v3
Prone on me.
now.
Level critical. Target acquired.
Snake is legged. Overheated too much.
Piranha's on my
1v2.
death.
The piranha
Delta
is
5.
fresh. Snake is
On the
almost
ramp,
dead.
going up, Delta 5.
And I don't know what the Shadowcat's
Watch out.
doing. Why? It's pointless. I know it's 13 seconds, but you don't need it. Just run straight at Aiba. This is how people die. You're caught, you run straight at the piranha at short range. And that leaves Snake. The initiative firmly in Aiba's hands now. Wet tissue could kill Snake. Gets 1 good hit. Not enough. He's fresh. SRM spread damage. An arm goes. And it's just not enough. But good turnaround by the enemy. Aiba deserves the kill. Running around, controlling his trading and just massacring everybody. Good play, Aiba. So 988 damage, 40 team damage, which is surprising, quite a lot. Pushes down my match call, but 5-4-2 match call on a loss is still really decent. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this video on the quad AC10 Plasma Cannon Mako Bull Shark Hero. And if you're looking for a mech that does lots of damage and has a cbill bonus, this might be for you to grind that cbills. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So till next time guys, stay chill and enjoy the game. Ciao.